Republican lawmakers in Illinois are also launching this Republican war against women. They're trying to pass legislation that would force women to look at an ultrasound if they want to get an abortion. And also, it would make it nearly impossible to meet these safety requirements at the abortion facilities. The paint has to be a certain color. The width of the doorway needs to be a certain width. Just crazy requirements that make absolutely no sense. They just want to shut down all of the facilities. Well, anyway, there's a Democratic representative in Illinois by the name of Cassidy, and she wants to respond to all of these Republican lawmakers with an amendment to the bills, right? And the amendment would basically call for all those who want to get Viagra to look at a video that tells them about all of the potential side effects before they get prescribed that drug. Now, she sees this as a way to kind of like get strike back, try to teach these Republicans a lesson, except I can't think of anything that people would care less about than watching a video on the side effects before getting the prescription.
Yeah, no, I hear you. So I'd like to take it one step further, because in this horrible bill in Illinois, which is, by the way, one of the bills is called the Ultrasound Opportunity Act. Well, isn't that lovely? They're giving you an opportunity to do an ultrasound. There is one way you can get out of it, and that is if you sign a statement documenting reasons for refusing the ultrasound.
Right.
Okay? So very invasive, getting into your private life. You tell me why you wanted ultrasound, et cetera, right? So I would do likewise with Viagra. I would say, I need you to sign a document telling me what's wrong with your dick.
No, that's okay. That does sound harsh, but you're absolutely right about that, because there's no stigma attached to getting that blue pill. It's kind of like, oh yeah, the guy can't get it up. It's not a big deal. He just needs some Viagra. But when it comes to abortion, I mean, there's huge stigma to that. So it's a way of intimidating women, making them feel dirty, making them feel bad about it. Making a guy watch a video about the side effects doesn't make them feel bad or guilty or worse.
Yeah, so that's why I want to take it one step further. And so and it might be a life or death situation for the woman, but she's still got to fill out the form and tell us why she did it. I mean, so if you want the Viagra, which is certainly not a life or death situation, we're asking you to do likewise. It's very simple. Tell me, what's wrong with your dick? Okay, and we can call it that.
Right.
And then you fill out a form.
Penis or something
Okay,
nicer.
sure. Okay.
Right.
What is the gigantic problems you have with your penis?
Your
that you
genitals.
need. Right. Now, look. Okay, all right, genitals, whatever you like. Look, now, do I think people should really fill that out before getting Viagra? Of course not, right? And is there anything wrong with taking Viagra? Of course not, right? But there's also nothing wrong with doing an ultrasound. And apparently for guys, they just can't, figure out what it feels like for a woman at all. Like, they don't care. It's not their concern. They're going to make women do whatever they want with their bodies, whatever the guys want with their bodies, and it's no business of theirs. Well, let's make it a little personal so you understand, the personal things that they have to go through here. And, so you get a sense of what they have to go through. That's all. I'm just trying to make it fair, man.
Yeah. I think that speaks volumes as opposed to the video that she's proposing. And she comes from a great place. By the way, one other thing that I want to note. These bills were introduced by the Illinois House Agriculture Committee, and they're just supposed to focus on livestock and farming issues.
Yeah.
Why are they bringing up abortion?
Well, we do know why, of course, and that's because the Agriculture Committee in Illinois happens to be the most conservative one. It's like a bunch of white Republican males plus Kelly Cassidy, who happens to be a lesbian Democrat. So it's a fascinating committee that they put together, right? And I love that they're doing rallies now in Springfield with signs that say, "Women are not livestock." Okay, so get out of our business. This Agriculture Committee in Illinois is crazy. They're doing legislation on guns, on just all these random things that have nothing to do with cows.
Right.
And why? Because they're like, I don't know, we can. It's not technically illegal, so we're going to jam all of our bills through this Agriculture Committee, whether they have anything to do with it or not. All right, why not the Viagra bill through there?